Right now, further away than anything humanity has ever built, a tiny machine is flying through the dark. It left Earth in 1977, before most people watching this were even born. It has been traveling for almost 50 years, and it is still, faintly, talking to us. Its name is Voyager 1, and this is the story of the loneliest object ever made. What it carries, why it's dying, and why, long after every one of us is gone, it may still be out there. To understand Voyager, you have to understand a once-in-a-lifetime coincidence. In the late 1970s, the outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, lined up on the same side of the Sun in a pattern that happens only once every 176 years. A single spacecraft, launched at the right moment, could swing from one planet to the next, using each world's gravity as a slingshot. NASA called it the Grand Tour. Miss the window, and you would wait almost 2 centuries for another chance. So in 1977, they launched 2 probes, Voyager 2 first, then Voyager 1. Voyager 1 swept past Jupiter and Saturn, sending home the first detailed close-ups of their storms and rings. It discovered erupting volcanoes on Jupiter's moon Io, the first active volcanoes ever seen beyond Earth. And then, its tour of the planets finished, it did something no one had to tell it to do. It just kept going, outward, toward the edge of everything. But before it ever launched, the people who built Voyager did something strange and beautiful. They realized that one day this probe might drift silently past another star, and just possibly be found. So they bolted a message to its side, a golden record, a real phonograph record, plated in gold to survive the ages. A team led by the astronomer Carl Sagan spent months wrestling with an impossible question. How do you introduce all of humanity to a stranger who might not even be human? In the end, they chose greetings in 55 languages, the sounds of Earth, wind, thunder, birdsong, a mother kissing her child, a human heartbeat. 90 minutes of music, from Bach and Beethoven to Chuck Berry. 115 images showing what we look like and where we live. They even recorded the brainwaves of a young woman as she thought about what it means to be alive and to be in love. And on the record's cover, they etched a map, directions pointing the way back home to one small blue planet. For years, Voyager sailed outward in silence. Then, in 1990, as it left the last planet behind, it turned its camera back toward home one final time and took a photograph from 6 billion kilometers away. In that picture, the entire Earth is a single pale blue dot, smaller than a pixel, hanging in a stray beam of sunlight. Everyone who has ever lived, every war, every song, every person you have ever loved, all of it on that one tiny speck of light. Then, in 2012, Voyager 1 crossed a threshold no human-made object had ever reached before, the boundary where the sun's wind finally gives way to the space between the stars. For the first time in history, something we built was truly out there. Today, it is more than 25 billion kilometers away, so distant that its radio signal now takes almost an entire day just to reach us. But Voyager is running out of time. Its electricity comes from a slowly decaying core of plutonium, and every single year it loses about 4 watts of power. To keep the probe alive, NASA has been switching off its instruments, one by one, each sensor going dark forever to save the last trickle of energy. Its signal, once clear, is now so faint it's received by antennas the size of buildings, straining to hear a transmitter weaker than the bulb in your refrigerator. And sometime around the year 2036, the power will finally drop too low. The last instrument will shut down, and Voyager will fall silent, still flying, but no longer able to tell us anything at all. And here's the part that stays with you. When Voyager finally goes quiet, it will not stop. It will keep coasting through the dark at over 50,000 kilometers an hour, carrying that golden record with it. It will not come near another star for 40,000 years, and the record itself is built to last far, far longer, perhaps 1 billion years, longer than human civilization, longer perhaps than the Earth itself stays alive. So think about this. Long after our cities have turned to dust, long after the sun has swollen and swallowed the Earth, that little golden disk could still be out there, drifting between the stars, carrying birdsong and music and the sound of a human heartbeat, and a quiet message that says, "We were here." Voyager 1 isn't just the farthest thing we've ever made. It may turn out to be our final and our longest-lasting memory.